What's up, everyone? This is DYANAROZAY. Welcome to my channel. Y'all saw the thumbnail, so you know exactly why you're here. I bring a unique commentary to your favorite reality TV shows and whatever is popping on social media. Before we get started, please hit the like, subscribe, and your notification bell because that is how others find me. Follow me on Instagram at DYANAROZAY and on Facebook at DYANAROZAY Real Talk. That's a private group, so you will have to answer a few questions in order to be let in there. But it's a good time once you are, okay? If you're declined, just reapply, answer the questions, and get them right, okay? Outside of that, you guys, y'all already know I appreciate every single one of you for rocking with me on all of my platforms. Let's get started because I have a bunch of juicy stories for y'all today. We're going to start with Ajika Owens. I told y'all I was going to follow this case all the way to trial and verdict. Here is a brief summary for those who don't know. Ajika Owens was a 35-year-old mother of four who lost her life to her neighbor, Susan Lorenz. They lived across the street from each other, and Susan Lorenz had just physically assaulted Ajika's child. She also stole an iPad after throwing it to the ground and taking it. And then she went to her home and Googled the Stand Your Ground law for Florida. And she knew that Ajika was coming over to address her about hitting her child. But before she could even knock on the door, Susan had shot through it and took this young woman's life. Everyone who has ever talked about Ajika on the public platform has said that this woman was an absolute joy, like full of life, beautiful soul, children well-mannered and beautiful. All of the neighbors said that the neighborhood they lived in was family friendly and that Susan seemed to only have a problem with Ajika's children. So these kiddos used to play in a field that was adjacent to a home that Susan Lorenz rented. Okay, a home that she rented. And for whatever reason, she just could not take it and she ended up taking Ajika's life. Well, she has received a first-degree manslaughter charge that the family is saying, we're tired. This woman absolutely need to have these charges escalated. And now they are demanding that the DOJ investigates Ajika's crime, or excuse me, Ajika's passing as a hate crime. They're also asking that Ashley Moody also reviews this case. Like, what are you doing? Get off your damn hands and pay attention to what's going on here in this state, which we already know what's going on. But they're asking that she does more. Susan Lorenz, the 58-year-old woman, remains in custody on a $150,000 bond. According to court records, her pretrial hearing will take place on November 2nd, and jury selection is expected to begin on November 13th. And again, I will be covering this all the way to trial and verdict, okay? So y'all let me know what y'all think about all of that in the comments section, please. Now let's talk some good news and some interesting news at the same time with Miss Kandi Burruss, you guys. I don't know if y'all heard, but Kandi Burruss was asked recently by Bethany, or not Bethany Frankel, excuse me. Kandi Burruss was asked by the press on some action that Bethany Frankel has taken. She's basically doing some sort of lawsuit that she has 100 participants involved in already. All of the talent on NBC and Bravo, they are under the same umbrella. She's saying, listen, these people have done some atrocious things to their talent. Reality TV stars, we are underpaid. They continue to run reruns of all of these shows that they got paid pennies for, and they are sitting on $1 billion dynasty. We should be getting paid for some of these things, and we need better working conditions because it is awful over there at Bravo and NBC. Well, they asked Kandi Burruss if she was going to throw her name in the hat for the lawsuit. And Kandi said no. She said, she prefers to handle issues herself in real time. Now, that was a shot heard around the world by a lot of people, and there was a lot of people who were divided in how they felt about that. There were a lot of people who said, listen, Kandi doesn't owe those people anything. Let her make decisions for herself and her family, and you guys figure it out for yourself and yours, okay? And this is my feeling on it because I do have one. I do think that people do have a right to make their own decisions. But I think that people see Kandi being a certain status of fame and financial, wealth. She's done well for herself. And since she is the longest running housewife, she's been on that platform the longest out of any of the franchises. Sometimes people are expected to make sure that the people that come up behind you have a better environment or working conditions than you do. And that is true, especially for Black people. We are expected to, if we, move into positions where we have some authority, to make sure that we make things a level playing field, because it isn't always, right? So you want to make sure that you can do as much as you can to make things easier for the people that come behind you, because someone did it for us, period. So, y'all can let me know what y'all think about that in the comments. There's some people who don't believe that that exists anymore. I know that the Supreme Court does not. They said, listen, affirmative action is bye-bye. It is no longer. So maybe Kandi has been of that frame of thought for a while. Anyway, y'all see it there. She said she prefers to handle issues on her own. Where there was a TV show that Kandi had called Kandi and the Gang. It aired last year, and it also was canceled immediately after its last episode, which really was heartbreaking for Kandi. I liked the show, but apparently it didn't do that great in the ratings. But she spoke on a lot of different platforms. She held back tears, oftentimes saying, I can't even talk about it because I'm so upset. And she said this to Love B. Scott. She said, I'm not ready to give any statement. I have not written a statement. All I can say is that I really love our new show, Kandi and the Gang, and everyone on it. I feel like it deserves a second season, and people ask me about the show every day. There will be a lot of disappointed fans. I'm disappointed. Well, oh, child, what a difference a year makes. She's not disappointed anymore. People, she is bringing Kandi and the Gang back. Season 2 awaits us. She asked, are y'all excited? And there's been some people questioning that. People are saying, did you use your bargaining chip to leave the picket line in order to get this show back on the air? Um, Y'all, let me know what y'all think in the comments. It says Kandi reveals that Kandi and the Gang is coming back for season 2, just as she declared she would not take part in Bethany's lawsuit against the network. She prefers to handle issues herself in real time. Is this good or bad? Y'all let me know. Y'all let me know what y'all think about that in the comment section. I did like the show. I know that this show probably did wonders for the restaurants that they own, because if you see these restaurants on TV, people are going to be inclined to go and do things. So it does put money in her pocket, Todd's pocket, and everybody that's employed there. But y'all let me know what y'all think. I can say this. Some of the reasons that people say they dislike Kandi is for the circumstances that we see that I'm talking about right here. Sometimes they feel like she should have more of an allegiance with the group. Again, I know this is a controversial subject, but I'm going to bring it up. I remember Nene Leakes and also Portia talking about some demands that they had of Bravo. Nene, in particular, said that she asked all the ladies on the show if they wanted to submit some demands that included health insurance for everyone. And she said that after seeing the bills come in for her husband, Greg, at the time, she said, knew that the other lady's situation, I knew that if anyone else found themselves in a situation where they got sick, those medical bills would have taken them completely out. And she said that because Nene was in SAG, she said that SAG gave them insurance and that all of her husband's medical bills were taken care of. She just had the mind to think about others at the time. She said that everybody was in on it. I remember Portia saying it as well. We all were texting each other. We were all part of a group text. And then she said the next day or a few days later, she got a text from Kandi saying she had taken care of things on her own and they all should move forward without her. And they said that without Kandi being a part of it, because they wanted it to be all of the talent, they thought that, they would hear them better with all of the talent, that they just decided to nix it. But y'all let me know what y'all think. Because really, if y'all didn't know, Um, People file bankruptcy. The number one reason for filing bankruptcy is medical debt. It stops people from buying homes and, you know, having any type of wealth, including generational wealth. This is a conversation that we have on my channel all the time, generational wealth, things like that. So let me know what y'all think. Do y'all think that Kandi owed it to anybody, or do are you on her side and saying, listen, everybody is for themselves. They should be really thinking about making their own deals and things like that. Y'all can talk to me in the comments. I know y'all have a lot to say about it, okay? What else do I want to say? Oh, let me put this back up because I wanted to also show you that Bethany Frankel, you guys, I had posted this to my Facebook group. Bethany Frankel, who recently called Bravo grotesque and depraved for their treatment of reality stars and started working on unionizing talent. And again, I believe there's over 100 people that is a part of that lawsuit right now. She actually pitched a show to the network in 2023, so just a couple of months ago, which has since been shelved according to page six. Okay. So let me know what y'all think about that. Do y'all think that Bethany's just looking for revenge? Bethany is rich, so she doesn't need this show. But let me know what y'all think in the comments. We're talking about everybody and everything. Now, speaking of generational wealth and legacy, let's talk Melody Cherie, you guys, because it looks like she is doing the damn thing again. Okay, the damn thing again. Miss Melody Cherie now owns a streaming network called Nubian, and you can go to your Roku or Fire Stick or whatever you have and check it out. Apparently, it is free. She made this post earlier today saying, "I literally didn't know when I would make this announcement, and instead, I just worked silently behind the scenes. But today is the day. I'm so thrilled and thankful for all of the opportunities that have already come with this venture. Hashtag legacy." So yes, head over and subscribe. It's free because we will be adding even more amazing content. Then she said, "Yikes, your girl owns a network," with the crying face, tears rolling down the face emoji. Watch us grow with the strong arm, okay? Congratulations to Melody. I think that is amazing, you guys. We have watched her go through some really crazy things, like having it all, losing it all, rebuilding it all, and now literally taking on new things that she probably didn't even dream for herself. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes we don't always dream the bigger things for ourselves, but we just got to keep moving where we're supposed to move. You know what I'm saying? Listen to the voice inside of you, the voice that God wants you to hear, because a lot of people right now are asking, will Melody stay on Love and Marriage Huntsville, or will she leave? When what you really should be asking yourself is, how can you support her moving forward? Because she hasn't made a bad decision yet, not in my eyes. I feel like she's doing what is best for her, and what's best for her looks amazing. So you guys let me know what y'all think about all that in the comments, please. Let's talk about the next subject. Let's talk the Chrisleys. Speaking of legacy, the Chrisley family lands a new reality show as Todd and Julie serve out their prison sentences. So Todd and Julie Chrisley were sentenced to prison just a few months ago, actually. Turns out they had some financial abuses that they were doing. Their accountant had put out all of their business, an accountant that was allegedly in a romantic relationship with Todd. So, yeah, a lot of people were shocked. Some people weren't. A lot of people were shocked by the financial abuses, however, because Todd was so preachy on that show about what was right and what was wrong. So he sure knew that what he was doing was wrong. Either way, this family brought in the network plenty of money, and now the network has figured out a way to bring grandma, the grandbaby, and the children back, and basically letting them continue their legacy. Because if this continues while you know Todd and Julie are in jail, if they get out early, they'll make an appearance on the show. I want to know how you guys felt about it, because when I first saw it, I was like, well, would a black family be able to do this if the black family went to jail, the parents went to jail? And then maybe 2 seconds after I thought it, I was like, well, would black people be okay with it? Because typically we are the first to shut down something like this. So I want to know what your thoughts are. Do you think that they should be given a show? Because the kids didn't do anything, but do y'all think they should be given a show? Would you be willing to watch it? And also, if it was a Black family, if it was Black parents who went to prison for financial abuses, would you, as a Black person, support the kids and the rest of the family moving forward with the show? Think about it in regards to some of the financial abuses that we're talking about now, the alleged financial abuses that we're talking about with other cast members on other shows. Okay, I'm gonna leave it like that. Talk to me in the comments and let's get to the next one. Next up, we have Kenya Moore. Kenya Moore is going to be sharing or telling it all tomorrow on Carlos King's a YouTube channel, you guys. He released an excerpt of that interview earlier today where he asked her point blank, is your estranged husband holding out on this divorce because he wants money? Kenya said, no, it has nothing to do with money, even though he does want it. And she said that she would gladly pay it to him. She said, money's not an issue. I can just make more. Now, that alone, I'm going to need some feedback. Y'all talk to me in the comments about what you think on that. But she said, he can have it. Okay. I'll make more money. Okay. With your broke ass, basically. But she said her problem is he's trying to change her rights around Brooklyn. So I told you guys a couple of weeks ago that Kenya was given primary custody. Brooklyn lives with her. She was also given a right to put Brooklyn on the show. She just had to let her estranged husband know anytime she was going to make an appearance. Okay. Well, there was a scene where Marlo kicked the door and Mark decided to ask that Kenya be held in contempt of court about it. But Kenya said, listen, I can do what I want to do. This man does not, he's not a parent to our child. He hasn't physically seen her in 2 years and 2 days, and he can't even keep up with his FaceTime appointments. His FaceTime appointments. So she said, right now he is looking to put Brooklyn on his show. Apparently, he has a new series where he's doing some traveling. I guess it's filming on location. And he figures if it's good for Kenya, it's good for him. And Kenya said, no, she should not be on your show. I only want her on mine. I want you guys to tell me how y'all feel about that in the comments. Kenya, who is, I think, Miss Universe, right? She understands the importance of having a career in that you're seeing. She's had a television career. She's also was Miss Universe, and now she is bringing up Brooklyn to say, listen, I want you to be a part of mommy's legacy. I want you to be able to walk in mommy's footsteps if you choose to. But what Mark is doing, what her estranged husband is doing, feels a little bit more like usury. And I guess she does not want that to happen. So y'all let me know what y'all think about it. Basically, Kenya is holding up the divorce because she doesn't want Mark to have that type of access. She admitted to that. So last week, or maybe 2 weeks ago, Mark had given it came out in the press that Mark said, Kenya's holding up this damn divorce. The judge needs to force a judgment, force a ruling. We need this divorce over with. Well, Kenya did say she's holding it up, and that's the reason why. So y'all let me know what y'all think. I know that Carlos will be having it in his studio. Okay. He'll be having it in his studio like he did with Nene Leakes. Nene said, look, get everybody off of StreamYard. Stop doing those Zoom meetings and have it in a real studio. You are too big of a name for this. And so Carlos is going to do that. Oh, excuse me. And Nene actually responded in his comments saying, I'm a trendsetter. Keep going. So y'all let me know what y'all think about that in the comments about Miss Kenya and what she had to say about her estranged husband. And do you agree? Do you think that what's good for the goose is good for the gander? Okay. Do you think that Kenya should just let Mark take the baby? Or do you think that Mark should go on ahead and kick those rocks? Okay. Kick them rocks. Make sure you have on open-toed shoes. Nobody's trying to hear it. Let me know in the comments. Now let's talk about Sheree Whitfield because, baby, Sheree had an episode on Sunday night that let me know that everybody on the cast, every single body on the cast, men and women alike, are laughing at Sheree and Martell's relationship. The producers are laughing. Andy Cohen is laughing. Sheree this season has been the biggest joke in my opinion, that I have seen ever in her history on this show. all over Martell, the bald-headed stallion. Let me know why, Sheree. Apparently, Sheree's birthday party, which we all saw those really cute pictures. I didn't put it up here, but Sheree had this birthday party where she invited some of her friends. They were invited last minute by Martell. According to Sanya, she was like, listen, y'all called me the day before and said, can you come to this party? Her and her husband decided to go. Sheree is trying to dog Sanya, saying, you didn't bring me a birthday gift, so we're not going to take care of your bill. Sanya said, listen, first up, you're not a 5-year-old. And I did bring you a gift. It just wasn't at the party, okay? Just like I brought you a gift last year when I brought you those Gucci slides or Fendi slides. She didn't even remember. She said it could have been Versace. Whatever it was a high name or end brand. And Sheree said she didn't even remember getting it, okay? But the producer showed the gift on the table, like, well, she did get you it. I think it was Versace. And the only person who didn't bring you a gift, Sheree, was Drew. But Sheree goes on to say that her and Martell weren't dating that long, and nobody at the table should have expected him to buy their dinner. But when the producer asked the question, he said, did he buy your birthday dinner, Sheree? To which Sheree at the very end said, well, yeah, he bought my dinner. And I don't believe he bought her dinner either. And furthermore, Sheree, it was embarrassing that that man asked for a cash app from all of those wealthy people at the table, because you know that's not how they roll. So what you should have done is made sure that Martell had it right. And if he didn't, you should have slipped him that damn card, okay, and let him know, don't embarrass me at this table. But she let him embarrass her. And I think that's pretty crazy. She also said in the episode that Martell doesn't like to buy her high-end gifts. So if he's not buying you high-end gifts, clearly he's not an emotional support, because we see the type of support he's been on the show emotionally. Okay. What else? She keeps saying that he's fun, but they don't even see each other every week because they don't live in the same state. So you're in a long distance relationship with someone you claim it's fun. And if it's all about the peen, it is very plentiful where you live in Atlanta. You can get young peen or old peen. It can be any kind. Okay. Um, I just can't imagine that. And I'm just going to put it out there. Sheree can't be this stupid. She can't. If he's not even willing to buy you to follow up and answer your love language, which got to be Versace, Gucci, Prada, because that's really who you are. It's embarrassing at this point. Y'all let me know what y'all think about Sheree in the comments. I feel bad for her a little bit. I don't know. I feel like she bumped her head. But anyway, let's get to the next one. Speaking of broke and crazy, let's talk Martell. Martell said that he was in London on Sunday night. He posted that he was waiting for his fish in London. Okay. And then when he posted a picture of it, he said, this little old fish, he had been waiting all this time. Okay. Letting everybody know that he's enjoying himself. Now, I thought this was interesting because I do remember Letitia Scott trying to dog Melody one day in one of the episodes where she said, Melody, you never even been out of the country before you left with us to Mexico. You went to Mexico with us. And I thought, Tisha, who flex about going to Mexico? You can walk to Mexico if you wanted to. You can just jump between the doggone boundary line, the border. I'm in Mexico. I'm in California. I'm in Texas, whatever you want to do. But Tisha tried to flex and let everybody know Melody had been out the country. So it looks like if Melody hadn't been out the country prior to that, then this is definitely Martell's second time out the country. And he is there letting everybody know that he's in London with his little fish. That's all he's posted so far. I do know that his baby mama has been posting things about discipline. I guess she's saying that as of now, she has to get off of it because she's clearly in a place where she's tired. We've heard this before, but let's see. Either way, y'all can let me know what y'all think about all this in the comments. I'm tired of talking about Martell. He gives me a headache. I said enough when I shared the Sheree business. We will see how this reunion goes with Sheree, because I really think Sheree's going to be dogged. I know that those comments and those questions that's coming in from the public is going to take Sheree right out of here. But y'all can let me know what y'all think about all of it in the comments, okay? Like the video, subscribe to my channel, hit your notification bell, and I will check you all on the next one.